just then saying that it was an error in creating the live. I guess we're live. Anyway, part two. I said I had four decks. Actually, I forgot I had another deck as well. No, I said five because this is considered a deck. So I forgot six. Now, I am going to go back to the numerology deck though, because I always started off with a foundational message or symbology, whether it's astro or numbers. So I did astro earlier. This time I'm gonna start it off with numerology. But the deck that I had left out, and I only have like 50 minutes, you guys, if you're even here. The deck that I left out was mushrooms. I got a mushroom deck, so I'm gonna pull these cards out that I didn't read. Okay. Earlier, the message was about your responsibilities. Can I mute this so I can? Okay. What I'm saying? Earlier, the message was about your responsibilities and organizing them so that um, you won't have this underlying anxiety that you may be experiencing, not knowing where it's coming from. But the root of it, the seed of it, is likely stemming from some type of responsibilities that has not been looked at, organized, or maybe it has been and you don't even, it's just that you're over processing what needs to be processed and it's not even an issue. But the point is to pull these responsibilities to the forefront so that you can see what's going on though. Okay, but first we're gonna pull out this numerology deck real quick. This is the old faithful deck. And it's crazy because when I bought this deck, I was like, I really bought this deck to learn numerology because it has a whole book about it. And it has so many dumbass instructions and templates that you must go by. It was intimidating for me to even take it serious like I could do it. So I had pulled out this deck last year, which was like 5 years after I bought the deck. And it was amazing at first. Like it still is. But it was impressive. The way I was able to flow with this deck. I really liked it. So this is gonna be old faithful. I'm gonna always use this deck, likely, more than likely. I ain't gonna say always, because who knows? I'm random. But I fuck with it though. Alright. Last shuffle. Let's see. And after that, we're gonna read out of these other three new decks that I haven't been able to adventure and explore and discover. Okay, so we're gonna pull three cards. Why? Whatever. This is a number one. I'm not sure what position this is in at the moment. We're gonna see. Pull out two more really quick. Hello to whoever is in the chat. Whoever's in here with me. You with me? We got a number three came out. I almost put it back, but I love three and it's harmonious. I'm not sure if the one is harmonious or not. I don't think it is. But the three is. Three is, well, first of all, one is individuality, your individual self, the self, you. Hold on. My bad, y'all. My bad. That was my sister calling me. Okay. So one is self, the self, individuality. That's Aries energy, the starter, cardinal energy, the first expression, masculine. Three is, and it's in its position, its rightful position, which is connectivity. Two cards came out, a six and a four. Should I put them both back? I'm gonna keep them. Okay, because I did mention earlier that I might start pulling out four on purpose. So we got 1, 3, 6, and 4. Two masculine energies and an androgynous and two androgynous energies. Number 6 representing sex. This is a inharmonious sex though, as well as the number 4 energy. Let me read, see which one number 1 is. It's exaggerated. We had Leo come out earlier, but Leo doesn't necessarily correspond with number 1. But 1 is related to the ego as well. The red circle in the center draws all energies. Let me let you see it. all energies to itself and attention to itself egocentrically, it sits in the center of the circle. So needing to be so you want somebody to over exaggerate your importance, or maybe you're over exaggerating your importance. And with the number three being that this is community, this is like the environment and the motherfuckers around you, the community around you, the experiences, your firsthand experiences type shit. It is harmonious. So, and this is also the thinking, the mind. So it could be individual may want all the attention and think it needs to be praised, so to speak, because of its mind, because of its connectivity, because of its connections that it may have. Like they say, it's not what you know, but it's who you know. But spiritually speaking, it's who you know. It's what you know, not who you know. It's you know, ain't even that. Let me not even throw that in there. But from an egocentric position, it would be who you know and not what you know. Maybe you motherfucker think you know more people and think that puts you in a position where really it should be about yourself, and then you can balance out having this healthy ego. But in this position, it's not so much healthy. Hold on. I want to hurry up because I want to get to all these decks, and my cards is blowing in the wind. Now we got 6, which is inhibited. Let me show it to you. They're rejecting one another. They were supposed to be conjoined, but when they got close, they rejected one another. 6 is like that energy of you forcing yourself in a space. Let me read it. In the two triangles moving in opposite direction, the forces of heaven and earth appear to be blocked. Unity is impossible. You force yourself in a space where it's not welcome, and you don't even want to be there. And the motherfucker around you don't want you there. 6 is like the overall environment. 3 would be more of the mind. 6 would be the environment. So the mind is a solution, but the environment is rejecting. It's not really rejecting. Exaggeration would be rejecting, but it is a form of rejection. It's blocked. The connection is blocked when it comes to you going to the next level, evolving to the environment and having the overall environment. Just to say, for instance, my household fucks with me and they praise me, but when I go outside and go into the environment, motherfucker don't see me like that. Ain't nobody studying your ass for real type shit. And number 4 is also inhibited. 4 is the actual thoughts. It's a masculine expression of what was inside of that mind, and it's inhibited. Maybe because in this scenario that I just explained, it's understood that your ego is is too extreme, so you may inhibit some of these things. This is just an example. That's why I had been wanting to get some new decks so that I can get a different type of narrative. But anyway, let me read it out the book. It says, the force is inflexible and controlling in its square. It patiently bears its cross. So the thoughts, not actually using the thoughts, not because it's not warranted. All this ego, all this praise, since it's not warranted, it's not even able to be used when you go out into the environment. That's why the environment is rejecting or not fucking with you, because the truth of, like, the true character of a person that comes from their mind when they express it would be welcoming to other individuals on that same type of frequency. But if you knowingly are over exaggerating certain things in your private life because you can, you know that's not really warranted, when you go out you will shy away from certain situations where a person that know you on that private level will be like, damn, you quiet, wake it up, bitch, you do at home type shit. You know what I'm saying? Okay, so let's see. We gonna read out, I want to read out the mushroom deck and the celestial deck. I low-key, and I ain't even read out this deck yet, but I low-key feel like I should even got this bitch. But let me not put that, let me feel the energy. Let me not put any bad juju on my deck that may have a whole lot of damn potential. Let's ring the bell. Can y'all hear that? When I ran it back, couldn't even hear it. Okay. We're gonna pull out the mushroom deck real quick. I like this the way it is because it's so small and cute. So let's clarify what the fuck we talking about. It's so small and cute. I don't even want to shuffle it but once. Okay. Why this one was backwards? The only card in the deck that's backwards. No, it's 2 of them that was okay, these don't belong in here. Okay, let's pull, I guess, 3 out of this deck. Okay, we got this one. Maturity means creating myself endlessly with grace, working on yourself and not thinking that other motherfuckers need to do something. You know, because we're talking about in the household things that are private to you, people that know, or not just people, but patterns or behaviors or habits that's been long standing that only like you, that only affects you, your home space. We had 4 come out earlier. Well, the 4th house in my last reading come out earlier, but that's besides the point. Maturity means creating myself endlessly with grace. This deck don't have no book to it. And maturity would also be you understanding how to position your energies and not be egotistical just because you can do what you're supposed to do even when nobody's looking. Nothing is ever never. Nothing is ever never. One more. Nothing, which is 0. No thing is ever never. This card was in the wrong position. I will never define your reality. I wish this deck had a book because this is so. I will never define your reality. What the fuck she talk? What is that trying to say? Because I will define my reality. I guess it's saying something on the external view. That ego, especially if it's unproportioned and not positioned in it's not warranted for you to have this high mighty mindset or authoritative type of sentiment when it comes to whatever type of scenario you could be in. That will not define you if it ain't real. You may think that because, oh, these people know me for this, so let me bask in that and be a high bitch, so to speak. That still don't define the reality of it, the truth of it. I was listening to Dave B this morning. I only heard a little moment of it, and he was saying how when you go to sleep, that's when the heart of the matters come up to surface, and you can like, you have to deal with them. And that's what I'm saying when it comes to, it doesn't define your actual reality. I'm gonna put these up. These probably won't get used a lot. Okay, because I don't got no pictures or nothing. I should have looked at the pictures that was on the back of the cards. These remind me of the Mario Kart. Whatever, they're not substantial. I will never define your reality. You got 2 mushrooms. So just because a person, somebody on the external who you're relating to, you may be able to fool them. You can't fool yourself. Oh, this was published in 2025. Okay, they just published this bit. Okay, so let me pull out something else though. Cause I was gonna say I had left a card in there. It's not a card. So fuck that deck. I like it. I like that deck. I'm gonna like it. I'm going to like it. Okay, this deck I really want to pull out of though, because it reminds me of some of the other oracle decks that I already have, but with different perspectives though, like because it's from a different author. This is the Celestial Insights. What is celestial? Not the scientific terminology. What would celestial be? That would be Piscean type of shit. Things that's in the atmosphere that may seem to be far-reaching in the tangible world, but the truth is it's forever a present, because these things are in your aura field. Just reading the name of the deck. Things that you can't necessarily see, but they still affect you. Things that other people can't see, but they still can sense. Type shit. I'm gonna call this my aura deck. My aura deck. That circle deck gives me aura deck too though, but it gives me more of a dark deck. Y'all know what I'm talking about? That round deck I be reading out of. It's that unseen energy too, but it's from a more deep depth of the shadow. This woman is more like it's dark, but based off of darkness being something that you can't see, esoterically dark. Because if it's in your aura, it's apparent. Okay, 2 cards came out. Let me pull out one more. The first card was strength. The next one was reflection. Strength echoing to me that egocentrical vibe that we were breaking down earlier. But that's a false sense of strength, because that's not even something that can actually sustain you. If the what you're having an ego in is not the truth, it's also not going to be worth anything, because it's not going to sustain anything. If anything, it may end up exposing shit. And patience, okay? This don't have no book, but it does have a message at the bottom of each card. Okay, so first we're gonna read strength. Remember, we had Leo come out earlier. We got the lion right there sitting on top of by the sun. And it also has little symbologies and shit. You are stronger than you realize. Though the times may be tough, remember that you have the courage and resilience to get through it. Your inner strength will help you overcome all obstacles. And when you're going through these situations of having to be tough and have courage, don't have what's the word I'm looking for? In proportion. Don't make proportion your energies correctly. Don't, this is like having to deal with work and then you go home and you get mad and you take it out at your wife, and the cycle continues. But then you're the one that's going to have to deal with that on a daily basis. You created the situation. Not that type of strength. That's not real strength. That's like a cop out. So have real strength, because you're stronger than you realize. There's more things that need patience. We had patience come out too. There's more things in your life that need patience other than your job. You can't be all cool and give your job all of your good, juicy, wonderful energy, and then don't have none left for when you come home, so to speak. And that can go for anything, not just a job. Everybody don't go to work. You might just have that scenario play out in different circumstances and situations. But before we get to patience, we had reflection. I'm sorry, I was thinking about something. Okay, reflection. Reflection brings deep insight. Damn, my phone about to die. Where am I at? 20%? I'm good. Reflection brings deep insight. Have you been avoiding self-reflection? Take time to sit with yourself, your thoughts, and your feelings. Your inner world holds the answers you seek. Now, I just brought this up in my previous readings, but I'll say it again because this is echoing the same shit that I was just talking about. I had to do a ritual myself because I was having this underlying anxiety. I didn't know where the fuck it was coming from. So I turned my camera on and I started recording myself, and I started talking about the deep things that I haven't that was in my mind at the moment. But it's a difference when you actually let these things out, like on paper or out your mouth. It changes the whole understanding of what is going on. And when I did that, I played it back, listened to it, and the answers that I didn't know that I needed came within the same fucking day. But they don't have to be the same day, depending on how big and how much how long these things have been neglected. That could determine how long it may take for the circle for these things to circle back and make sense. Okay, then we had patience. Like I said, be patient. Even when you feel like I can let my hair down and relax over here. No, you still need to have some level of patience, though. You still need to have some level of respect. Because I'm looking at it in my mind, I'm looking at it like at home, personal life versus the environment life. And when you're at home, and even if you don't live with somebody, you may mistreat yourself based off of, it's me, I can do that. I don't have to bathe today. Shit, I'm the only one smelling my funky ass. No, have some self-love for yourself and wash your ass because you know it feel better. Or whatever the hell, I'm hungry but I don't feel like eating. No, feed your body. You know what I'm saying? Or I want something to eat and you go eat some bullshit, some slop. No, make sure that you eat right. Have patience. Be hungry for it. I just had to do this. Matter of fact, earlier today, I was hungry, but it wasn't nothing that I wanted. I wanted some fruit or a smoothie or something. So I had to have patience and wait. I said, I'm not going to make myself eat bullshit just because I'm hungry right now. I can wait. And I waited till the time was right and I was able to go get me a smoothie. But the point is, have patience. It says, first of all, reflection says, reflection brings deep insight. I read that one. Patience says, patience is key to achieving your goals. Have you been feeling restless? Trust in the process and wait for things to unfold. Great outcomes take time, especially when things have been going on for a longer time and haven't been tended to, and you finally now putting your focus on certain shit that you have never put your focus on. It's gonna take a little time for those things to even start unfolding into your awareness, like what you're doing is actually making a difference and impact. Okay, this message, like I said, was gonna be long. I'm actually going to read out of the deck that I and watch. This may be my favorite deck, the one that I said that I ain't really like. No, I probably won't have no book. I like it when it has books. So this is like an animal totem book. I mean deck. It's like a it's referring to animal natures. I probably should have got that other because it was another animal deck and I couldn't make up my mind which one I wanted. I should have got the other one. It had costed a little bit more, and my ass like, oh, I don't need it that bad. You can get the cheap one. Now I should have got what I wanted because you get what you pay for. Okay, but anyway, it's a pretty deck and it's a very sturdy, strong deck. Got the gold lining on it, but that's besides the point. Everything that glitter ain't necessarily the point, ain't the goal. It's about what's on the inside, what this deck entails. That points me back to I'm finna make it make sense. Never mind. That makes sense to that one of the readings a message I did last couple of weeks ago. But anyway, self-care. We were just talking about self-care. Prioritizing self-care as the cornerstone that fortifies and enriches your journey. Okay. Taking care of yourself. And back to this number one, sitting egotistically in the center, not worrying about other shit that actually does matter. And you can be in a household all alone and not tending to the things that actually fucking matter, too busy being selfish to your desires. And that can fold out to even just you. Like I said, not bathing, not combing your hair, not cleaning up, some shit like that. That's a form of self-care. And if you want to be egotistical to balance it out, have self-care, and then then it won't be in its misalignment. The ego won't be misplaced. It'll be more proportion. Now I forgot to include the fact that Virgo is in the moon right now. Soften. This message about being soft or subtle came out a couple of times in that previous reading. So it could be. I'm having deja vu. This deck is making me have deja vu. The way it looked. But yeah, the things that may need to be tended to could be very subtle, to where you may even look at it like it's unimportant because of the subtlety of it. When all things start as above, so below. What small ends up being the smallest seed can end up being the biggest tree or forest, even. So it says, ease the impact of challenges by finding fulfillment along your journey. Right. Appreciate the simple things so that when the bigger things come, you can even see the worth in those. Because if you're selfish or spoiled and don't want to appreciate the simple things, when it comes to first of all, you may don't even get an opportunity to manifest bigger goals. And even if you did, you would appreciate them and you'll still be in that chasing energy, trying to chase something that you already fucking got, but trying to chase it because you don't appreciate the shit that you already have. And hold on, let me refer this back to these energies over here real quick, because we had number 4 and number 6 come out too. Number 4 is like that home energy, and it was what's the word? It was why can't I think of the word? Inhibited. It was inhibited. The home space was inhibited. Not putting a whole lot of energy and effort into the care at the house because you don't appreciate it. You don't see the worth in it. And if that's the case, you don't see the worth of the things that's in your personal life. How the fuck do you even know your own worth? Like, that means you don't appreciate your own worth. If you can't appreciate what's in your heart, if you can't value the things that's inside of your heart space, not even value, but what's the word is? Prioritize. If you can't prioritize the things that actually matters in your life, your world, in your heart, then obviously your egocentrical nature that you may be exhibiting is not even warranted. Like wherever you're exhibiting that at, because a lot of people think, oh, I'm not egocentrical, like narcissists versus people with um not psychosis. What they call us? It's in the other deck. The other book always say that word. It always says that word, empathic. That's the word. Narcissist versus empathic, when those are two of the same things on different sides of the spectrum. So an empathic person thinks they're not egocentrical when really they are, because they're negating certain things that they could be protecting about themselves, but too busy trying to feed some type of desire that they don't even realize is off, because the desire could be to please others, and they don't realize that that's not cool, boo. You're not taking care of yourself. You can't even see what's important, because if you can't see what's important to yourself, how the hell you think you're gonna tell somebody else what's important? And you're not even in their shoes. You can't even give them an idea. I wouldn't even listen to your ass. But a motherfucker wouldn't know that, because these are things that's close to your heart. They will be in your aura system, but these are things that only you know in your personal experience. Embark is the last card, and I'm gonna dip after this. Start fearless adventures that weave stories of change and innovation. Okay, so start doing little, small, subtle things that can actually help your energy to lighten up a little bit, and that'll start changing things that you don't even know that could be changed. I want to read out a different deck. I like this deck. I like these decks that I chose, but my older decks are like more. They kind of like go in. Basically, though, even with the pictures and shit. Okay, let me look at the picture. Let me look at the pictures. Softening. He's around, look like his mama or somebody, his grandmother or something, and it's gonna take for them to like be very patient with what they're doing. They're knitting some shit, and she's gonna have to be patient with the child to explain to them how it works, and the child is gonna have to be patient enough to listen and to learn. And that in itself is going to create a whole different if he never knew how to knit before, all of a sudden he knows how to knit because he was patient enough to learn. That's going to create a whole different energy source that a person has in their back pocket or whatever, for them to understand how to do something different and embark something new. Ease the impact of challenges by finding fulfillment along your journey. Find fulfillment in these small things so that you can ease when resistance comes your way, when the anxiety wouldn't even be as strong if you dealt with some of these things that makes you anxious. But a lot of times we try to sweep shit up under the rug, not knowing that it's still there for real, thinking that it's gone now, when really you swept that under the rug, and yet dust is still accumulating. So when you actually lift up the rug, it's gonna look a fucking hot ass nasty mess. And to lighten that up is to clean it up, have some self-care, like look at it right then, and that can create this, that can make it be kind of light-hearted when you are actually having to deal with it, or a softening word. Okay, what else we're gonna read out of real quick? I may need to dip because I need to call my sister back. Yeah, that's what I'm gonna do. All right, I just want to finish looking through these decks real quick, y'all. I do kind of want to pull out this empathic deck. Let me pull it out. This is another old school deck though. This is the deck that I always talk about. We're empathic. We're empaths. No, I'm not, bitch. I'm not an empath. I'm just me. I'm me. You don't have to put no labels on shit for it to be important. Okay? Pull out. I'm putting one card out this deck because I do need to go. All right. What this is? Entanglement. We already know what entanglement is. That's when you merge energies with shit that like you let things go a little too far, and now you're kind of like tied down to individuals outside of yourself, or things, or whatever the case is, but anything outside of yourself. 43, 4, 5, 6, 7. That's the number 7 energy, and it's a brand new type of externalization. Maybe you haven't even realized that the entanglement was going on until it started exerting itself in this number 7 energy. 4 being things that have been thought about, that's was in the mind, and now it's being the word is being something that is externalized. I'm tired of you saying that word, externalized. Something that's being exerted, and with the number 3 energy, it came from the mind, it came from the communication in the community and your connections, and maybe having similar thoughts or having similar habits that led you to a place, but it not necessarily being for your benefit, or the way it was positioned, you didn't allow things to transform into something that was beneficial type shit. And now it's a golem, because number 7 is something that's external, something that's an actual thing at this point. Let me read it out the book real quick, and I'm gonna go. 43. All right. As I engage my energies with others, I also engage with their past cores of energy of unhealed relationships. When we connect with others in relationships, we, be it for love, business, or friendship, more is involved than the energy of the present moment. We soon learn quickly that we become ensnared in all of their unfinished business. Yeah, because y'all may have similar karmic situations going on, trauma bonding on an emotional basis, on an emotional level, not even before you even have words. You can just feel your energy will draw you to other things that's similar to it. And if it's unhealed, it's because you also are unhealed. Whether or not you eventually heal that space, you may still be entangled with them, because what has been done at this point. So, and that's the entanglement. Because you ain't entangled fully until you grow and you realize, damn, I'm still connected to this though. I mean, that to me, that's a matured entanglement. Not to say it's better. I ain't saying mature like, oh, you're mature. I'm saying something that has grown into something, and like you're trying to weave yourself up out of. But before you even know that you need to untangle yourself, that's not being entangled. That's something that's conjoined on purpose because it want to be. But at some point, you kind of want to detach based on your processings of growth, and that at that point you realize, oh, I'm entangled. It's a knot. This knot don't supposed to be there. I may knot something up on purpose. But at some point, when I realized it need to come loose, I got to untangle it, and you know what I'm saying. Um, we soon learn quickly that we become ensnarled in all of the unfinished business, emotional hurts, and especially if you fucking, and the cores of the past that they have not released in their own self work. And also, that's adding on to the shit that you have not healed for real. And especially if you continue, you haven't actually grown. You may thought you have grown, but if you're still entangled and you're not even trying to work yourself out of it, bitch, you ain't grown yourself. You thought you did. So that goes back to that energy with that number 1 and that egocentrical energy, trying to act all high and mighty when, bitch, you're in the same scenario as me and you think you better type shit. And then when you exert yourself out in the public or in the environment, the same things that you manifest and materialize are gonna be similar to what you already did, because you haven't actually grown. You're just beginning to, so to speak. It is hard enough to navigate energetically your own energy in relationships. Add in all their past baggage, and soon the emotional path forward seems so much more of a challenge. Remember to always practice cutting cords to all of the people in your life. No one needs energy from anyone else. Are you being drained by the unfinished business, old hurts, or neediness of others? Yeah. And that egocentrical energy could be swapped, and it can go back and forth. Like it ain't got to just be you. It could be both of y'all ass. Not putting the weight, not putting the blame on now one of y'all, but both of y'all flunked. Both of y'all shot out. But either way it goes, even if it was the blame on one side of the spectrum, you still shot out. Cause why you still there? Type shit. How you even get there? Type shit. Not judging, because I have those same situations in my own life up until this very moment and day. Let me not speak that on myself. Not in the moment. I don't feel it right now. But I know I have these scenarios in my life just in general right now today. So, and it's because of what I have. It's my fault. I did that shit. So, anyway, I finna go, y'all. I just wanted to go ahead and get that off of my chest. Let me go pick up these babies and call my sister back. Ain't nobody in this bitch anyway. Bye, y'all.